Hello and welcome back to Satisfactory. In our last episode, we finished up the nuclear factory and now have nuclear fuel going into our 3 nuclear reactors. We have a massive amount of power available, which is awesome. So we're going to go try and use some of that power at the base by filling up the mall. But before we did, I wanted just to come back up here and make sure that these are all working properly. Make sure they have fuel input coming in. They are saving up just a little bit there, and I want to check and make sure that we have fuel coming out, or waste coming out, I should say. It'd be, oh, duh, it's not going to be in there. It's going to be in the bottom one or the top one. And I jumped down like a maniac. It's not in the bottom one. Is there a priority on the outputs of a industrial container? So where's the nuclear waste at? Maybe they haven't produced any yet because... Oh, obviously they haven't produced any yet because this is still burning that first one that we brought in. Because they burn... Unlike in games like Factorio, they only burn the fuel when they need it. So we're using such little power that we haven't actually produced any nuclear waste yet, which is kind of awesome. So let's head back down. Are they? Yep, here they come. Here comes another batch. And look, radiation levels are rising. Bzz, bzz. Okay, so I want to wait till the radiation levels drop, and then switch into my jetpack and jump down. There they go. Jetpack. Oops. We might have taken a little bit of radiation damage there, but that's okay. So now we're going to head back to the main base and hook up the mall. After all these episodes, it's been, what, probably 10 or 15 since we actually hooked up, or finished laying out the old base and laying out the mall and whatnot. We finally can hook it up. That's a pretty cool looking nuclear factory, if I do say so myself. Excuse me, little bird. I also thought you guys might like the drive, too. We don't get a whole lot of time adventuring anymore, because we did all of our adventures dozens of episodes ago to get the hard drives, so I think it's nice to be able to drive through the wilderness here a little bit. This way. We autosave. I know I could make those autosaves longer, but I like being able to, if something happens, revert back a small amount of time. So once we get the ball all hooked up, then we can figure out how many more geothermal generators we want to go out and connect up. And then from there, I think I need some ideas from viewers on what you guys think we should do next. Because this episode is 101, and I don't know what else you might want to see in Satisfactory. And then on top of that, what else you might want to see on the channel in general. So, by all means, hit the comment section and tell me what you want to see, either with Satisfactory or with something else. In the meantime, I do have plans for some other content. What of this do I want to take out? Probably everything. The batteries I will leave in here. So I do have some plans for some other content. I want to get back to a couple of games I've played before. There might be 1 or 2 games that are newer that I'm interested in playing. So yeah, tell me what you think, what you want to see. And I'll see what I can do to make that happen. Okay, so we have here, I blocked off this. I think I want to go ahead now and put in, I'll keep some of it, put in those, and then we can just start hooking these belts up. So we have at the top wire Well, how am I doing on wire here in the inventory? I have a very small stack, so we'll call that 0. Rubber. Actually, I should be... No, I can't. I don't have to do that. Something isn't right there. Why is that not right? Did I misplace these? Don't tell me I misplaced all of these. Yeah, I misplaced some of these at least. All but the last one? Really? Ugh. Okay, we'll take the rubber out. And we need to take that one out. These are all misplaced. I wonder how the other side looks. Because they should be in line with this here, and they're not. So, this needs to be here, which means that this old belt needed to end there, perhaps? Let's see. No, that's what I did before. Okay. I think I can just do it like this. So maybe it only goes out to there. Yep. Okay, so now I can't remember how these worked. Let's see. Height of 2 was 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 plates. Well, that'll be easy. Okay, so we need to do this and then that again. This comes out just 2. This is 2 back from here. Do that, all of that. I don't mess this up again. And then this one goes up 22. 20. 18. 16. And hopefully... What the heck? Did I mess this one up? I messed this one up. Okay, Wally. Suffering from brain damage here. That one was 14, I think. There we go. Okay, now you go. All of you are all in there. Oops, not what I wanted. Excuse me. Okay, so then this one... I want to fall off the edge here. Let's check that again. This one goes there. That looks more correct. That one's not right. Actually, something looks wrong still. What is up? Are they too tall? I think they're too tall now. Jetpack's not going to do any good. Let's see. Let's climb up this side. No, they're right. Why do they look weird? they're still not positioned correctly. No, the other ones are right. That was a long fall. Let me, the last one was the one that was wrong. I just messed all those up for no reason. Okay, take those 3 belts out. Those all drain. Well, at least I have more, wire in my inventory now. Okay, so that one's wrong. And that one was as if... I think that's where we need to be. This was... I forget the numbers now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. So 24. Wait, is that right? 2 is 4, 2... 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Well, I guess the way to be able to tell is just to line this like this, because that's where it's centered on. So yeah, that should be correct. I forgot now what the number was. 24, so that's 26. Okay. Much better. Okay, so you can go in there. There. I love it when everything is right except for the one that you already did, and you assume that that one's the right one, so then you redo everything, and then you undo and redo everything again. That was 24, and 26 and 24. So this one should be 22. And then 20. 18, 16, and 14. Wait a minute. There's not one in there. Dude, these last 3 don't belong where they go. This one should be 12. This one should be 14. And 16. I forgot I have an empty belt in there. I need to get rid of these first. And then these. And then too much. Okay, that's all hooked up. And now we need to do these up here. Okay, let me see what I have in my inventory now. Rubber. Let's take only 1 stack. I could use a little bit more plastic, but I won't take it for right now. I just want to get rid of the stuff that I don't need right now. Okay, this is copper sheets. And that's full, so we'll keep what we have, obviously. Cable. I know we can use some cable. I think we can. Although, yeah, we're going to need some because if we're going to run the geothermals, we're going to need some more cable. So I'll take a pile of cable. Caterium. Some fuel. We could use some more fuel. We'll need more than that, but I'll take that for now. And then let's climb up here and redo or do all of these containers as well. Okay, so concrete is still full-ish. We could actually take these out and let it fill up, though. And then we have pipes coming in here. I have some of those. We have reinforced iron plates. I must have let these all go before. I don't remember doing that, but must have. That's an empty belt for some reason. Why is that an empty belt? Is that one of those that I have still hooked up to a box? I don't think so. I have plenty of those. Probably too many, actually. Unless I end up needing them for the geothermals. These, I could use a few more. And then those I have some of. Okay. Well, that's half them all. We need to figure out, make note of, I guess I could have jumped across and done this side. Make note of that we don't have everything we need as far as reinforced iron beams, or steel beams, or encased, whatever it is they're called. Those go in there, and that's those. So rods and plates are here. Those are already running. This is going to be all-clad. Yep, all-clad, and I probably have too many of those. I'll put a little bit in. And then supercomputers. We're going to probably need more of those. But I'll let it start filling the box up first. This one is empty. Another empty belt. Okay, we'll figure out what that one is. That's computers. And that's motors. And we filled that up already, it looks like. And then we have the final one, which is over here, which is the high-speed connectors. Ah, this is our demonstration one. Do I like that idea or not? I'm not sure. I'm still not sure. Let me know what you guys think about that, too. Okay, so we had an empty belt there. Yes. Just there. Just here. So that's C... 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. C7. Take a look at what that is. C7 is heat sinks. No, I'm sorry, no. C7 is... Wait, that's supposed to be all-clad. I miscounted something. Oh, that's B7. That's why I miscounted it. Rotors. Oh, they're not overflowing yet. Or I messed something up. And then we can check on the other stuff on the way back. No, they're messed up somehow. Oh, that's how they're messed up. I never actually connected. Oh, that's because they were coming from a box. Okay. And that means I need to check that box as well. Okay, you come out. Oh, this wasn't supposed to work that way. You get out of there. Is that? No, it's not. Okay. There we go. I thought I had taken care of all the boxes. Guess I hadn't. And this one was... I have no idea what this one was, so we just need to follow it. Are there motors or stators? It was stators, and they're still not done. Okay. Well, I'm going to take this part out. And I will just attempt to make that work. How many do I have? Only 42. That's not too bad. If I do this for a moment here, I should hopefully get most of them put away. Well, some of them put away. They're not moving. Why aren't they moving? We were pulling in... We didn't hook up the last of the belt buses, or the mall, that's why. Okay, and let's check on the reinforced iron beams as well. They were... Aha! They were also in a box. That was this bypass. We go there. We go there. And this is a Mark 1, so that means the whole thing is fine. Okay, those are hooked up. Let's go back and hook up the last of them all now. And hopefully that'll consume enough stators that I can dump the rest of those off someplace. Because what'll really consume them is the turbo motors. Okay, let's start at the top. Here is something. Something. And something, and something, and something. Perfect. It's exactly what I thought it was. Okay. The only thing I didn't check was which ones of these are Mark II, if any. I think there's only one or two things. That won't be too bad to re-identify. There's one on the other side there. I think that was quick wire. Yeah. Oh, and right next to each other. Look at that. Doot, doot. Doot, doot. What else did I just get? A handful of cable? Okay. Okay, let's go over here and check out what's going into the mall now. Turbo motors. Excellent. So what do I have excessive amounts of? Cable, but we're going to need it. Nothing else really. Iron plates, but we're probably going to need those too. These are batteries. I had some batteries that I wanted to offload here. Nobelisks. That'll be a nice amount of nobelisks. Beacons. It's a ridiculous amount of beacons, but I'm going to do it anyway. Cartridges. The infused filters. And then the regular filters. Okay, let me head down, back down now. And we can put up the... Or hopefully get rid of those stators. Because I don't have them coming to the mall because they're not used in building anything directly. They're only used in motors and turbo motors, so... And whatever it was we built down at Nuclear that needed them. But they're only used in that kind of thing. Like, they're not... Not really a mall product. Mm-hmm. We're making like 10 a minute. A little over. Which means we should be drawing about that many. Okay. Well, I will come back. So I hope everything is running now. I'm assuming that it is. And we're not even using 4 gigawatts yet. Which is why I wasn't really worried about going out and getting all the geothermals. I mean, there's about 5 more that are within range of other stuff we have built. So it wouldn't be that hard to do those 5. But there's 3 that are way out further east than that uranium patch that we've harvested. And there are 2 that are way down south by the grasslands. So those ones I'm not that interested in getting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, there's 16 total. I mean, it's a lot of power, but we don't really need it. We have already claimed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. At least 5. I think we got the 6th one. Yeah, we did. So, I mean, we have 6. There are 5 more that I'm interested in, and then the last 5, they're further away than I think it's worth the effort, unless this really takes off and starts consuming a ridiculous amount of power. But it doesn't look like it's going to. Because we should be drawing pretty much everything right now. So, let's head back down here to the mall, and let's see how this is all kind of faring. Why are you not drawing in? Just because you're not making a lot? Here's an 81 a minute. I mean, okay, it just happened to be in the middle of a burst. Or in between a burst. So, I mean, that looks pretty good. Assuming those other 2 items are on their way, which was rotors, which were probably backlogged on. Let's see, where were those at? Down here. Or we're not backlogged down. We're probably, yeah, we need to produce a lot more first, because this build has to back up before this one starts running. Because of the priority, the overflow, I should say. And right now, we're needing to back up this belt before we can move on. And then we have the encased industrial beams. I think that's the actual name of them finally. They're here, and they are going like crazy. And they're on their way to the mall also. That's good. But it's not going to take long for them to fill up that mall. So, because it was pretty full already. Which is why we had that one hooked up, because we were trying to fill or unload that box. And we succeeded. Okay, these are all lined up well. That's good. That's so funny. The beacons, the way that they transport on the belt, standing straight up like that. So I think I have 2 tasks left that I'd like to do. I'd like to lay out the hypertube network in the base here, with kind of like a hub here at the mall that takes me, you know, that way to go to those 2, down that way, one of them somewhere that'll eventually take me to where I have the hypertube going down to the coal plant, maybe one going all the way down to the end and then going off the end and down to that end of the coal plant would be kind of interesting to me. Something going perhaps over there to where the car is, where the train station is, where the hub itself is. I was going to move that out here, but I don't see the point. Kind of in a good spot there. So I have that there. Have maybe even have one end up next to, like, go up and into the train station area. And then I'm trying to think of other places along the bus here where there might make sense to have a stop where a hypertube drops out. The only place I can really think of is something like AI limiters. And the reason that I'm thinking of that one is because that's something that I don't have in the mall. They're only used for one thing. And whatever that thing was that I don't remember right now is going to be so rare that I didn't bother putting them to the mall or adding volume of them to the mall. And it might have even been just the MAM research now that I'm thinking about it. But so any other suggestions you might have on destinations for hypertubes, maybe even having one go up onto the smelting bus up there, maybe something like that. So hit me up in the comments with suggestions for that. And then I also want to put the space elevator back up just so we have it built as part of the base. And then go out and put out those few more geothermal power generators. And that's where probably what will be the end of the series as far as I have planned. So maybe 2 more episodes. Unless you, like I said, unless someone has any suggestions on what they would like to see, what they'd like me to do, and anything else along that line. So I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.